thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I hope you're having an amazing day. And today we're going to talk about a product which I got in my fab bag. I already told you guys in the video, August Fab Bag, which I'm going to link somewhere here, that I'm going to review it because it was really interesting and I wanted to let you know about my thoughts on that. So which is this G Duo, and it looks like that. Firstly, I'm really sorry if I'm butchering the name. I'm trying my best. So I got it in my August Fab Bag, and this baby costs 2,500 rupees, which was amazing for a subscription box. So I thought this must be something fantastic and I must give it a try. A little about the product: it's a blending powder which is for cheek and eye with some Nano Marine 5, and it is not tested on animals. And yeah, I have it in the color Bashful Glowing Duo, and let's get started. So the packaging of the product is really nice. It looks very expensive. So I like that how a company has made sure that we get something cool. I really like the metallic lid, and there's a name of the product on the back side. Then inside there are two separate compartments for two different colors. So yeah, that is that. And then you have this kind of a lid which you can pull whenever you need the product. I think you can see the product from here. So this is a coral one, and this is kind of the champagne color one. So whenever you need the product, you can just take off this lid and then cover one side. Like right now I'm covering the coral side, and then you can tap a little bit and the product comes out, which is pretty neat, because if you have doors with open kind of, when you have this mesh, it literally goes all over the place. So I really appreciate the packaging. And let's talk about the colors. First one that I'm going to talk about is my favorite. It's the champagne color. It is so pretty, and this is how it looks like. The champagne one, it's a little shimmery though, I don't know if you can see it, but this is the champagne one, and right next to it is this like corally kind of a color. As it's a cheek and eye duo, I decided to use it on both my cheeks and the lid. So I am using it today as the highlight and as the blush as well, and on the eyes as well. I'm going to insert pictures so that you can see how it looks on. To talk more about the product, let me show you a little clip, a little tutorial on how I used it, and then I'm gonna come back. So I already have my base makeup on. I have foundation, concealer, powder and contour. So I had brows also. I have no eyeshadow, as you can see, and I have no highlight or blush. I'm trying to use the Geri G Duo as my cheek products, highlight and the eyeshadow. It says it's a cheek and eye duo, so let's see how well this works. I'm using this one as my blush and this one as a highlight. This also has this kind of a lid, a separator kind of a thing, which you seal in and you can remove it whenever you want to use the product. So this is good, because generally when you open a powder product, it like flies everywhere. So that is that, and this is the name. It's called Bashful Glowing something. What's called Bashful Glowing Duo. Let's get started. Let me try and show you the lid. Okay, so this is the lid, and this is how everything looks like here. I'm going to start with the highlight first, because I like to put my highlight first. I'm going to rotate this to cover the peachy side and use only the side. Okay, so let's stab it a little. Okay, so I have a little bit of product, and I'm using my e.l.f. brush. I'm not too sure, but I think it's the sculpting brush, but I am going to use it for my highlight. Let's see how this goes. Is it working? It should work. I'm so stupid, I forgot to bring a mirror. Let me just bring a mirror, one second. Okay, so I am back, and my god, the highlighter is actually really good. I just want to blend it a little more. Yeah, very pretty. Look at that shine. Look at that shine. A little more, because I'm obsessed with highlighters. Okay, for the second cheek, look at that. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. See? I mean, wow, this is so beautiful. It's showing up so beautifully on just my foundation. It is beautiful. Let's try and put it on the nose. And I'm actually using my finger because that works pretty well for me. And a little bit here. A little more. Look at that. Let me blend it a little. The pigmentation, I am going to blend it in a second, but look at the color. It is so pretty. The perfect champagne kind of color, and it definitely gives my brow a lift. Look at that. Something that I've noticed is that this powder is not taking very long to blend. You can just use your finger, put it like that and rub it and it's gone. Maybe that is because it says it's a blending powder. So yeah, it's really easy to work with. It's the kind of highlighter that you can use every single day. It's going to show up no matter what. But it's not like boom, in your face, here is the highlighter. So it's not like that. Time to go in for the blush side. So this is my little product. I am going to try and rotate it. Like 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. So here is the blush. It's very corally. And looking at the highlighter, I think it's a very pigmented product. So I'm going to take very, very little of this blush because I don't want to look very orange. Ooh, pretty. It is pretty pigmented. You don't really need a lot of product. So if you have it and you're using it, don't tap the product. When you like move the lid, a little bit of product comes out and that is what you want. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful. See, isn't it pretty? Okay, so now we're going to use a little bit of the product on the lids. So I'm taking a little bit of my finger and I'm applying it as the base color for my lid. One thing that I've just noticed is that this product works amazingly on your cheeks. Like a little goes a long way. But when you talk about eyes, this coral color takes a little bit more time to stand out. Okay, so I have this orangish color on the lids and that bronzy color as the highlight. I'm going to finish off my look and I'll be right back. That is how I used it. My thoughts on the product. I would say that the Geri G's duo is really nice. It is very easy to blend. The powders are really soft, so you don't really have to go in again and again and again and again and you know kind of blend it. It does not look patchy at all, and yeah, it does not accentuate your pores. It's not going to go into the pores. It's not going to make them look even worse. So that is amazing, and the packaging is really nice. They're very easy to use and they actually stay on for pretty long. So even if you're touching up throughout the day, especially the highlight would not go. Another thing, they look really natural. It's not like somebody can point out and say, oh, this is the line of your highlight. So that is amazing. I love how the blush looks like really flushed on my cheeks, but it's not looking a little, you know, overboard. The duo is really highly pigmented. Let me tell you, you just need a little bit, like really a little bit to get the kind of effect that you want. Packaging is really nice, so the powder does not go all over the place and you can use it like nicely and peacefully, but there's a little con to the packaging which I'll just mention. Also, packaging is very travel friendly, so that's nice too. And now to the cons. Okay, the first thing, I love the packaging, but there's a little con to it. So when you're using the champagne color, everything works pretty well, but when you're using the coral color, I don't know, for some reason I rotate this thing like, you know, that, and still champagne color shows up. I have already a lot of color stuck between the wheel and the product. That is why it's showing up again and again. The second con is that the product works fabulously on the cheeks. Like you would be like, whoa, wow, this is looking so good. But when you use the same product on the eye, coral one does not perform very well. So I have the champagne one on top, which works fabulously. It was very easy. I just added a little bit, but as you saw in the clip, using coral one was a little difficult. I had to like pile on a lot. Maybe it had something to do with the first con, which is that the coral one was not coming out like really nicely, so maybe that is the reason that I was putting on a little more again and again. So yeah, but that are the only two problems that I face with this product. My final thoughts on the product, I would say that if you're looking for an amazing highlight and a blush, something very natural, then do try Geri G's Duo. It works fantastically and you would have no complaints from it. But if you're looking for something for eye, then I do not recommend this for eyes. Maybe you can use a little bit of it as a highlight but not as a base color. So yeah, give it a try. It's a beautiful powder. If you are a makeup enthusiast, you gotta try it. So yeah, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys liked the review and I found it helpful. You can also check out my blog post for more pictures and more details with pros and cons listed in the detail. The link would be in the description box below. So yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.